Hey divas, welcome and welcome back. It's your girl Keisha here with another video, and today we're going to continue setting up our January budget. We are in my new 90-day budget workbook. If you haven't seen the first videos, I will link it down below where I set up just the beginning pages of this planner. Put my name in there. I did my goals for the next 90 days. This is a 90-day workbook. So again, not looking at the year as a whole, but just looking at what I'm going to do for the first quarter of the year. And then we went ahead and I established where all my starting points were in my sinking funds. So my previous video, I actually started counting my sinking funds to see where I'm starting the year off, and I'm starting with $2,249. So that's awesome. And today we're going to go ahead and set up my monthly spread and my monthly goals and my monthly budgets. If that sounds like something you're interested in seeing, then stay tuned. All right, girls. So this is an undated planner, so you can start this anytime you want. And why have a planner without stickers? So we have a bunch of stickers I'm about to use right here just to make it look nice and enjoyable and exciting. Budgeting is one of those things that, you know, it doesn't have to be boring. Like, you can use stickers, you can use all sorts of systems, whatever is going to bring you joy and make a task that could be new to some of you or mundane to some others because you've been doing it for so long. Just kind of give it a little life, you know what I mean? So this sticker book right here is from Erin Condren. I did get it during their sale. I think it was either Black Friday or sometimes during the holiday. I'm just gonna use these stickers, just some of them for it. Nothing else I really want to use on here. This is my budget planner, not my main planner. So I don't really get too crazy like on decorations and stuff. I do like to use these dots for the date because, like, girl, why not? Stickers are fun. So I'm going to go ahead and put the stickers on here, date it, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now the dates are on here. Now for your budget planner, you can put when your bills are due. You can do pretty much anything when it comes to this spread. But because majority of my bills are due during the beginning half of the month, it'll be too much for me to try to write all my bills down. So what I usually do for this spread is I just write down like the big things. Okay, like anything big I have that is due, or anything, you know, that I particularly want to take notice of. So one thing for sure, this month, my largest bill is my HOA dues, and I believe that's due on the 10th. So I might just write that in here. The 10th is the latest. I will pay it before then, but that's when it's due. And I believe my kids have a party here. So this is gonna cost me money. I like to write down things that's going to cost me money. All right, and I think we are out of town. Okay, I did grab another sticker book because I have them. I'm really not much of a sticker girl anymore like I used to be. So me using it is really just an attempt to try to get rid of them. As you start budgeting and planning and all that other jazz, you'll know what you like. Okay, so I did go ahead and make it a little bit more decorative than I was expecting, but whatever. It's okay. It brings me joy. So again, I just listed the things that's going to cost me money this month. So on the 4th, my daughter is getting her hair done. And my husband. My HOA dues are due here. That's $900. We are going out of town for 3 days for my girlfriend's birthday, but I am going to get my eyebrows done. And when I say done, I'm getting microblading, right? Is that what it's called? And And this is gonna be about $600. I've already paid a $100 deposit, so $500 for that. We're going to a birthday party, so we're gonna have to get a gift for that. So those are the major, out of the ordinary expenses that I expect for the month of January. So now let's go ahead and get to the monthly snapshot. I'm just gonna add these two January stickers because girl, we got it. Why not use it? Okay, time to get down to the meat and potatoes. So my husband and I bring in the income in the house. I don't disclose, just for his privacy. He asked me not to say like he's getting this much in retirement, this much from this much from this. So I'm just gonna write down the actual amounts, but I'm not gonna indicate the sources, okay? If that makes sense. So I'm already doing this video kind of late, so I'm actually just gonna put the actual numbers in. So our first stream of income, we received 43. Those are actuals. I'm just gonna fill it in over here too. And the other streams of income that I'm gonna get throughout the rest of the month is gonna be roughly around, I'm gonna say about 2,500. I'm just gonna go on the low end. So that brings my projected income for January, $16,160. Okay. Oh, this is incorrect. 1 second, because I do have some sinking funds I'm going to be bringing in. So let me, girl, so I live by these erasable pens. It is linked down below. So I have, I can write this. I have my HOA sinking funds. And I could just come back to this page to see exactly how much that is. That's $420. So I'll be adding that. And then I have a waste management bill. I may have other sources of income, so I don't want to waste a line. So HOA plus waste management. And waste management, I believe I have $25 in that one. That bill was typically a quarterly bill, but now it's moved to an annual bill. Yep, $25. So 420 plus 25 equals 445. So if that makes sense, I'm just gonna put, okay, let's add that to our original total. So plus 445 equals, okay, so now we have $16,605. You see, if I did not include those sinking funds into my income, then when I go to do my budget, I'm gonna have less money than I expected because I already saved up for that, you know what I mean? Okay, let's move down further. Let's get down to the major events we have this month or purchases. So I already told you guys I have the HOA that is due on the 10th. And the budget is $900. And yes, I have sinking funds, not all of it, but I do. The other major event is my eyebrows. That is on the 20th. And I'm budgeting $500. And then we have, the birthday is not a major event, but I will put birthday. So we have a party on the 14th, and then we're traveling for a birthday event. So I don't know, let me come back to that. And then mini trip, that's also the 20th. And I want to budget $1,500, but I've been looking at the prices and that is not realistic. But girl, I'm going up $200 more, $1,700. And for the birthday party we're going to, and for the birthday trip here, I'm gonna say $200. So those are my major events I have coming up this month. Okay, so for my financial goals, so if you didn't see the video, I did establish my financial goals for the next 90 days. So any of my monthly goals are going to be in direct correlation with my 90-day goals. So I will link that video below so I don't have to be redundant, but I do want to pay off some debt. So this month, I want to pay off an additional $200 per week towards it, okay? My next monthly goal is to earn additional $1,000. And how am I going to do that? I don't think this is a two-step process for me. First, I want to sell my products, right? I have this book, I have my savings challenge book, I have some items, Amazon. I have a couple of streams of income that I've established, so I need these to be income producing income. And then I also am a day trader, so I need to earn, I just want to earn $200 per week, okay? And my last financial goal for the month is to, I want to start my credit repair. This is also probably going to be a two-step. I'm going to request a new report and request removal of addresses. So that's my monthly snapshot for the month of January. Okay, last step we're going to do is set up the monthly budget, and we're going to be real quick about it. I'm just going to go ahead and fill the numbers in, and then I can talk you through it once I'm done. Okay, so I am done with the monthly budget, so I'm going to go ahead and walk you through. So I do my monthly budget based in categories. If you haven't seen a previous video, I went through on how you budget your income or just your expenses in categories, and that's how my monthly budget is set up. So for housing, my mortgage is around $2,600, electricity $135, gas is $250, water is $25. No, wait, it's supposed to be $120. I wish my water was $125. Okay, this changes a few things here. Let me just change this real quick. So, like I said, water is $125, $27 for my trash, home maintenance. Home maintenance is my husband. He ordered this part to fix our microwave. Girl, long story. So that part, and then the other thing I put underneath here, which really could have went under household, but it's the new year, so I just want to clean the carpets. We're just going to order, or we're just going to rent the carpet cleaner from, you know, Home Depot, etc. So that's going to be $80 roughly, and then my HOA dues are due this month. So I'm at $41.17 for my housing expenses this month. For groceries, I'm at $860, where $700 is groceries, $160 roughly for eating out, $860. I did go up in my groceries only because my kids are home for a few more days before they're back to school. So I tend to have more snacks and stuff like that around the house. I really am not trying to spend that much. So I might do a video on how I can like decrease my groceries expenses and kind of how I shop for groceries. So we'll see how that goes. Next, we have transportation. So I put my car note. We pay a little bit extra because I'm really trying to knock that out. Gas for the month, I budget about $60 a week. Car maintenance, we did drive in December, so we're going to be due for an oil change. I just put $125. Car wash, we pay monthly membership $35. Car insurance is $200. We're at $1,400. It's probably less than this. We did change our car insurance because our previous provider was way too high. So this number, I just have to make sure it's probably gonna be lower than that, but I just wanted to err on the higher end. So this category is $1,400. And again, I just like to categorize my spending because I want to know like how much does it cost me to maintain my car, gas, insurance, everything. Like I want to know. So I know my car expenses is on average $1,400. A little less because I'm not going to need car maintenance every month, but that's, you know, my premise. My debt this month, I'm going to pay about $1,200. These are like my top things I'm tackling. I have some other few knickknacks. I just put there as $94. But these are, you know, the ones that I typically pay. Insurances, you saw I whited it out and I put the pet insurance and I moved my car insurance up here. Again, I made this book for the masses. So some people maybe want to keep all their insurances together versus like me, I like to keep them in a particular category. So these are my other insurances. So I'm about $423 on insurances for this month. Savings, investments, my sinking funds, savings, challenges, my Roth, investments, all of that. I'm at $3,800 for the month. Children, the kids are going back to school, so they're gonna probably need some new sneakers and then just a couple of other pieces, not too many, but $300. My son has a tutor now, that's $50 a week, so that now I have to start budgeting $200. And lunch money, I give them $45 a week for lunch money, and because you know they're missing about the first week of school, that's why we're at $150, so we're at $650 for the kiddos. Personal care, this clothing is different from the kids. It's like me and my husband, so we want to buy any little whatevers. Hair and beauty is for my daughter, getting her hair done before she goes back to school, and my husband has started going back to get his hair cut. He used to cut it himself, but now he wants, you know, to have, you know, someone cut his hair, which is totally fine. So I just budgeted that in there. Toiletries, I should not need much this month, but I just like to average on the high end at $125. Dental, we are going to start incurring a dental expense. My husband wants Invisaligns, so insurance only covers a portion of that, so we're going to have to start paying for the rest of that. So he's going to start that process this month. I told you guys earlier that I am going to get my eyebrows microbladed, so that's $500, and our gym membership is $80. That takes me to $1,285. Entertainment this month is really going to be costly. Outings, this is for my kids. Again, it's still out of school, so we have a few days left in the month before they go back. So I do have $200 in a sinking fund. I did not include in my income, but I'm just budgeting $200 max. Gifts, I mentioned earlier on the previous page, we have a birthday party and we're traveling for my girlfriend's birthday, so I might just pick something up for her, but that's the most I'm spending. We are traveling again for her birthday, so my budget is $1,700. This is extremely high for me because this is a last minute trip and I really don't want to spend that much, so I'm going to be working my butt off to get this price as low as I can go, but this is the max I'm willing to spend on that, so we're at $2,100. Then we have our subscriptions. So this month, I'm still playing around with my budget because these are like my house subscriptions. I'm really working on separating like my business subscriptions versus my home subscriptions. So these numbers might be off a little bit, but we're gonna go with it. So Netflix, Sirius for the car, Ring. I have a couple of Apple subscriptions. I just kind of lumped them all together, so we're at $82. Miscellaneous, I put the household. So household detergent, you know, just soap, anything like that. I said about $400. I am working on a small house project that I did not finish last year that I need to get done. So I put some money in there to kind of cover that expense. My cell phone really is part of a business expense, but I didn't have any more space. That's fine. So I just put $300 there. And we are working on completing our basement renovation. So we need to get that done. That's another goal of mine to get done in the first 90 days of this year. So I put $1,000 towards that. We're at $1,700. Now this section is my business section, okay? If you purchase my workbook, this section is blank because you can use it for whatever, maybe for your pet, someone, you know, whatever else, another category that is not already covered here, you can do. So the business expenses, I have beauty. I'm gonna start capturing my nails and all that stuff under my business expense because hello, you know, this is what you see all the time. We have a second property, we pay the mortgage on that. My internet business expense and some other stuff like other subscriptions. Again, didn't have enough space to write them all, but I do have a separate budget for my business planner, and I did a flip through of that. You may have seen that already. If not, I'll link that down below, but I definitely will be budgeting that in a separate video. Again, it's January. Even though my business has not really generated me any income yet, I want to put these systems and processes in place now. I don't want to wait until, you know, money starts coming in, because girl, it's coming in. I'm going to be positive in my affirmations that income is going to come in through these means. So I want to just start establishing all of those things now so that I don't have to divert in the middle of the year. Okay. So business is going to cost me about $11.35 this month. Okay. Now you come on to the final stage. So if you saw me kind of going back and forth, what I didn't do, let me go back over here real quick, is in my income, I did not include any rollover. Okay, so rollover is a big part in this monthly budget. So I do have a rollover of $2,200 from December. So I changed my income to $1,805. It was 16,000 before. Now it's 18,805. All right, so I wanted to make that adjustment to make these numbers work. So as you can see here, my total income, added up all my expenses. This is my total expenses. Okay, and that leaves me, my total expenses, $18,752, and that leaves me with leftover $53. Now, typically I would not be comfortable with just a $53 leftover, but I did overshoot in some of these areas. So I already know that I have some money built in, like the travel and some other stuff that I already have in here that I know I'm not going to spend so much on. All right, so that is pretty much it. So as I'm working through the month, working on my weekly budget, I have something to go off of. Okay, so I'm not just shooting in the dark, like this electricity bill, all that other stuff. That's because I already had my bill. Like I already know what my bill is going to be. So on the due dates, when I'm going and doing my paycheck breakdown, I can just come here and reference here. And as the expenses start to hit, I can just come back here and write the actual numbers. And then for February, I'll be more prepared and more clear on my monthly expenses, because now I could just build upon it from month to month until like my numbers are tight. You know what I mean? So that's what budgeting is, just using your benchmark, continue to grow every month and try to get as accurate as possible. All right, so that is it, guys. We had a great monthly setup. We set up our monthly spread just to kind of see, and I went over with you my monthly snapshot, just kind of told you my projections for the month. You know, hopefully I can hit 20K this month in my income. I went over my financial goals for the month, my major expenses for the month, and you guys have an inside view on what my monthly expenses are going to be and savings goals for the month. So if you haven't done so already, girl, go ahead and subscribe. If you stayed this long, that means you're feeling me. I'm feeling you. You know, you're enjoying what I'm putting out there. You're picking up what I'm putting down, girl. I'm so corny. But I would love for you to join the family as I'm building this, growing this community. I'm so grateful for those of you who have subscribed and who are returning. If you haven't picked up your budget workbook, go ahead and do it. It is very easy. It is not intimidating. It's 90 days. You know, get your feet wet in budgeting. Get your feet wet in budgeting by paycheck. And then you can see if this system is, if it's meant for you or not. And it's a small investment. You know, you're not spending $60, $70, $80 for a book, and then you ended up not wanting it, or it's not something that you want to move forward with. So the link is down below. This is on Amazon, so you should have it within a couple days. And in the next video, we'll be budgeting for my first paycheck in January. So I will see you then. Later.